Hi, folks. Tim Forshey back with more Guns and Gavels. Let's talk about something that I think is very important: building your resume to better withstand a prosecution in a self-defense case. I think when we talk about common sense, we've got to make sure we include it in the general concept that it needs to be included in, and that's kind of what I tend to call the three C's: the three C's of self-defense: concealment, common sense, and courtesy. You want to stay out of trouble, right? Because it's way better to stay out of trouble than it is to try to get out of trouble. Hopefully every married man out there at least will be able to agree with that. If you want to stay out of trouble, then make sure that nobody knows you're armed. Use common sense in your general approach to this concept, and do not get into arguments. Be courteous. You're always wrong. They're always right. The hardest of those three concepts to teach to students and to get my clients to understand seems to be the second one: common sense. Going back to when I was a teenager, my dad used to say, common sense apparently is not very common. And he would tell me for the 50th time, measure twice, cut once, and smack me upside the head again. Common sense isn't very common. One of my favorite firearms instructors of all time, John Farnham, has a concept that he almost says in every class that we call Farnham's axiom: don't do stupid stuff with stupid people in stupid places. If you can follow those 3 points of advice, you're probably using pretty good common sense, and you're very unlikely to get involved in a situation where you would ever need to use lethal force. It works pretty well. I think it's pretty simple. You want to build your self-defense resume. That's common sense. How do you do that? Take classes, read books, watch videos, document all of it, document it again. Keep all the materials from every class you've ever taken, every class you've ever taught, every video you've ever watched, every magazine article you've ever read. Be able to prove all of the data, all of the information, all of the studying that you've done over all these years that make you better able to avoid ever having to use lethal force. Put it all in a tabbed binder. Literally have a table of contents, and in chronological order at the bottom of the notebook is the very first class you took, and then build upwards in reverse chronological order from there. When that notebook is full, stash it in a deep corner of your attic and start another notebook. Hopefully 20 or 30 years in the future, when my kids are cleaning out my attic and they come across all these notebooks back there in the corner, they're going to say, oh my God, I can't believe Dad spent all this time and money taking these stupid classes. That would have been more inheritance for us if he hadn't have done that. And I want to laugh from heaven and say, yeah, that's right. And I had a blast doing it. I met lots of really great people. I learned how to be better at this skill. I was less likely to get in trouble. I was less likely to be arrested and bankrupt the house. And that would, of course, cause you to have less inheritance yet again, wouldn't it? If you ever have to use these skills for real, and a prosecutor second guesses your decision, your ability to prove how much time, money, and energy you've devoted to the study of this, the serious study of this over so many years, is going to go a long way to impress a prosecutor to hopefully not prosecute, to impress a judge or a jury to find in favor of the defendant and realize that you didn't want this to happen. You had no choice but when somebody else made it happen to deal with it. So that's what we mean by building a self-defense resume. Get trained, stay trained, continue to get trained, and document every step of the way so that you can easily present that as defense exhibit 2 if you ever find yourself on the stand defending your life in a case involving your use of lethal force. So strongly advise you start taking this to heart right now. There's no time like the present. So start cranking it out, guys. All right. If you like what you see on this channel, once again, please like or subscribe. Give us examples or ideas you'd like to hear on future videos. And thanks for tuning in. And as always, stay safe.